Hello everyone, Cujo06241 here. And today I'm gonna be giving my thoughts about the movie Paranormal Activity 3. I know I'm a little late with this, but I literally just saw the movie and literally just saw the movie, so I thought I would talk about it while it's still fresh in my head. And well, if you're not familiar with Paranormal Activity, it's one of those found footage movies about paranormal activity. You know, like ghosts and shit like that, evil spirits taking over a house or haunting people. That's the basic gist. I didn't like the first one. I thought it was very boring and it didn't really scare me at all. A lot of people were talking about how scary it is. Like everybody kept telling me, "Oh, Justin, you got to see this movie. It's so scary." Um, well, actually, my buddy Josh, he saw it and said it sucked. So I checked it out, and yeah, I didn't really like it very much. Um, I think what really demystified the first one was at the end where they basically admitted that it was all fake. And I think what makes these found footage films so good is that it's supposed to feel real. You're not supposed to think it's fake, even though you know it is, but I don't know, it just kind of ruins it. It'd be like if you beat a video game or something like that and it says, "Oh yeah, guess what? You have nothing to be proud of. It's just a video game." So, it's kind of like a big middle finger, and I don't know. It just kind of ruined it. Um, I didn't see the second one. I still haven't yet. When by the time I'm making this movie, at the time I'm making this movie, sorry. So I don't really know what to say about that. That one got mixed reviews, but mostly people were saying it was bad. That's what I heard. It was bad, so I didn't bother seeing it. This one got mixed reviews, but it was a little the opposite of the second. I had heard, it was good. Nothing great, and I did have a friend that didn't like it. Um, I still haven't seen the fourth one. I might get to it, and maybe I'll give my thoughts on that. But now that I've delayed this as long as possible, how was the movie? Well, it was okay. I guess I should get into what made it okay. The acting was pretty good. With these found footage movies, the acting I think is a little harder because you have to make it as convincing as you can that you're not going off of a script. And I know that's acting in general. You're supposed to make it as believable as possible, but I feel like with found footage films it's just a little harder because you're acting in front of an actual camera rather than editing and bullshit. But I'm no actor, so I don't really know. But I mean, that's just what I think. The suspense I think is actually the best aspect of this movie. It builds suspense and tension really well, and I think that's what made it effective was the suspense and the tension. That actually sometimes the suspense and the tension is actually scarier than what actually happens. Um, so it builds tension and suspense really well. I've said that a couple times, and there were a few parts that made me jump, like when Julie, I think her name is, yeah, she's in the like when Dennis opens the closet door and she jumps out with that mask. That actually made me jump, even though it's a false scare. I didn't see it coming, and that's another thing about found footage films is sometimes they're unpredictable, and this is no exception. But now now to get into what I didn't like, some of the dialogue was a bit didn't make any sense. Like the part where Dennis says that VHSs are old school, and this movie takes place in the late '80s. So how exactly are VHS tapes old school? I was a kid in the '90s and we were still using VHS tapes. So what's that? New school? I don't know. It just didn't seem right. Um uh and some of the shit that happens, like the idea of putting cameras in every room is a little creepy, but I guess if he didn't do that, there'd be no reason to have a movie. And I don't know. I just feel like it's a bit weird that he's putting cameras in his daughter's room. It's I don't know. Um, oh, and in the trailer, there's scenes in the trailer that aren't in the movie, and it's got to be my biggest gripe. I can't stand when movies do that. I know it's a way for for you to want to go see the movie, like, oh, I got to see that part. But I think part of the sometimes the fun in going to see a movie is being able to identify what parts happen in the trailer. And I think the Bloody Mary part, there is a Bloody Mary part in the movie, but it's not the same as the trailer. With the two girls, and then like when they turn the light on and leave, there's a figure standing in the mirror. That didn't happen in this one. Instead, it was like Dennis's buddy and one of his daughters, and then all this crazy shit starts happening. Not that that was bad. I thought that was it was good, but I mean, don't put deleted scenes in the trailer. I can't fucking stand that. Um, the end of this movie was, I mean, wow, holy shit, it is really fucked up. I don't really know what to say about it. Like throughout the movie, they're talking about there's talk of this cult thing, and then at the end of the movie, it finally happens. Um, so it's good that they didn't just toss that to the shitter and flush it down the toilet. Um, so it at least tried to stay. It at least tried to build on its continuity. If I had to give this movie a rating, I'd say 5.5 out of 10. That being said, there's no way I can guarantee that you'll like this movie, but I'd say go check it out for some cheap laughs and some good scares. As I said, it has its moments. It made me jump a little here and there. Um, and it's not nearly as terrible as I thought it would be, but it's not a masterpiece, and it's certainly I wouldn't even say it's good. Um, I would say it's okay.